Hi, Dr. Alina Kulchitsky, Boutique Bodyworks, Lifestyle Medicine, Fitness, Nutrition, and Wellness. I'm going to demonstrate today the bridge. People are usually familiar with this exercise. It's common in yoga, Pilates, and just general fitness arena. However, there are some things to know about it so that one, you get the most out of this exercise, and two, that you don't hurt yourself, especially if you do have some back issues or other issues even. So let's go ahead and lay down on your back. We want to think about bridging using equal amount of support from both ends of the bridge to support your center. That's why it's called a bridge. So think of not just pushing with your feet, but also through the back side of your shoulders, arms, and shoulder blades, rib cage. So before we start, you can do this with your feet together, knees together, as is taught in Pilates. But if there are any issues with your pelvis, back area, and pain, I would recommend going about hip width apart to give you a little wider base and more stability so that you don't end up aggravating less stable areas. Next, as we press our feet into the floor or surface, also press through the back of your shoulders. Again, those shoulder blades, back of the ribs, back of the arms. So create some tension there so that both ends are pressing. Now curl that tailbone under to start peeling off bone by bone through the lower vertebrae or bones of your spine. And then go up to where you can and reach for your heels with your toes to keep your rib cage going this way. Now we have a good bridge. Now if you're tight here in the front of your hips, as am I, then that might be all you have. What we don't want is to go so high that you're arching your back and you end up dumping into that back and overloading it. We also don't want to go so high that you're on your hip, on your neck. So we never want to put pressure through the neck. It's not meant to take on the load of your body. So just make sure the load is staying through the shoulder blade area for the upper half and through your feet for the lower half equally. So again, slide your hands towards your heels, press down and across with your shoulders as you bone by bone tuck that tail and lift your low back and lift your pelvis. You can hold it there and then reverse bridge by rolling from above, bone by bone down, like lowering links of a necklace onto a tabletop. So again, peel the tailbone off and roll up bone by bone. Reach for those heels. You should feel some good tension through here. And reverse to come back down. You can work on how long you hold it up there. You can increase your number of reps. You can do single leg bridges. If you do single leg ones, then do make your knees touch before you do that. Be careful that you don't dump your hips to one side or another when doing single leg. If you are, then maybe you're not strong enough to do that one safely yet. Now, if you are cramping in the hamstring, despite best efforts to reach towards your heels, you can take a strap, a yoga strap, or a thick rubber band, place it around the front of your ankles, and then scooch up on the straps to try to draw your hands towards your ankles, and then do your bridge. And that should help engage your upper core so that you're not overly using your hamstrings and cramping them. That's usually why cramping happens. It's too much tension and load for the muscle for what it is strong enough to do. Okay, that's all, and be sure to check out my other videos on YouTube free at Boutique Bodyworks. You can also go to my website, boutiquebodyworks.com, and subscribe to the toolbox, which gives you lots of tips and advice